Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 online video. Now in this video, I do want to talk about some of the most useful weapons in Red Dead Online. I did previously talk about some of the items and accessories that I believe are some of the best accessories. So if you guys haven't checked out that video, look down in the description because I'm going to put a link down for that one. But now this one is going to be more weapon based, and I'm going to tell you guys kind of the reasons why I feel that some of these weapons are the weapons that you guys need to have. Now, obviously, I'm on horseback for a very specific reason because it's going to be easy to show you some of those weapons. Now, I don't remember what the costs are on some of these weapons. I can't really remember any longer just because they're not accessible to me anymore. But you do need to have certain ranks and requirements to be able to get some of those, so I apologize, I don't really remember any of those as well. So this isn't really about the rankings and about them, it's more about whether or not you guys should get certain ones. Now, I'm going to kind of start at the very beginning and get some of the weapons that you guys should get right away and as soon as you possibly can. I do believe that the first one I'm going to cover is the varmint rifle right here, you guys. This thing is one of the most essential items that you guys can actually get, and I do, if I recall, you guys actually need to get this thing at a level 10. Now, if you guys get the special edition or the highest one, I think it was the ultimate edition, you guys do get this for free in Red Dead Online, and this thing is an absolute beauty and a must-have for all of your hunting needs. Now, a lot of people still do use it for PvP, but I don't really like to use it for PvP, but it's great for like any type of birds or rabbits or pretty much any kind of small game that you guys are going to be using it for. This thing has saved my life and was one of my first purchases here in Red Dead Online. So you guys definitely need to have this thing and you need to get it right away. So if you guys are looking at PvP and you're a little bit lower of a player, this thing will definitely help you with PvP aspects as well as any hunting possibilities that you guys might be wanting to do. So now, the next one that I recommend that you guys go ahead and get is going to be the bow and arrow. Now, a lot of people probably might disagree with me with this thing, but this has been one of my favorite items in Red Dead Online when I first started playing. Now, it's not really my go-to weapon, but it was great for beginning opportunities. Now, Rockstar has been gifting us some poison arrows and explosive tips and things like that. So a bow and arrow is going to be a must-have when it kind of comes to some of those things. So if you guys haven't purchased it, I believe it was like 140. No, that doesn't seem right. I can't really remember exactly what the price was on this specific weapon, but it's been, I use it actually to hunt cougars. It's either this or another weapon that I'm going to get to in a little bit, but this was one of the main weapons that I used to hunt cougars and panthers when I was really kind of getting started with hunting those big game animals, just because I didn't have the other weapon that I needed right away in Red Dead Online. So this thing has saved my life so many times, and you guys just need to get one as soon as possible. Now, the next one that I recommend is the bolt-action rifle. Now, this thing I had to wait till I can't remember what level. I felt like I was in the level 20s when I could get access to this, and it was probably, I want to say it was like 200 and something. I can't really remember exactly. The prices and the ranks all elude me because I've had these weapons all for a very, very long time. But this thing is my go-to weapon now for pretty much anything big game. If I'm going to be going after cougars or panthers or even like deer, like so if I find myself a nice perfect 3-star buck or just whitetail deer, pronghorn, whatever it is, something like that, I do use this thing to basically hunt those types of animals. And I recommend that you guys use this. A lot of people do use this thing in PvP. I don't like using it in PvP. It has a little bit better of range than my primary weapon that I like to use, which I'm going to get to later in this video as well. But this thing, I have it as like a backup, as a just in case in my PvP when I go in there. and I really like using it for those long-range shots, but it's not my primary thing because it's so slow to reload, and the fire rate absolutely sucks on this thing. So that's kind of my tidbit on this specific weapon. Now, this thing definitely has paid off. I've shot so many cougars, so many panthers, so many bucks, deer, white-tailed deer, pronghorns, things like that to really make it worth it. Same thing with the varmint rifle. Now, my bow and arrow, once I was able to upgrade to the bolt action rifle, has been a little bit less usage than I probably have wanted it, but it served its purpose at the very beginning. So if you guys aren't a lower ranking player or have already been playing the game for quite some time, then the bow and arrow might not really be the best option for you guys. It's probably going to be more along the lines of this bolt action rifle. Now, the next thing is that I recommend is having dual wielding capabilities. Now, I personally like to use my shotguns, my sawed-off shotguns. That's what I have equipped, and that's what I have equipped in anything that I go ahead and do with PvP. These things are amazing. Now, you get 4 shots by being able to dual wield, and if you guys don't know how to dual wield, you guys need to check out my other video, which will be in the description down below, and you guys can see what items you actually really truly need in order to go ahead and use this thing in a PvP aspect to get 4 shots instead of only the 2 by using just 1 sawed-off shotgun. Now, the only downfall to that is you do have to purchase 2 sawed-off shotguns in order to dual wield. You can't just purchase the 1, but it is absolutely fantastic. And if you accidentally grab, only 1, it still at least you get the capabilities of having the 2 shots if you are in close proximity of any type of PvP range. Now, this thing, I only use the sawed-off shotguns for PvP. And there is actually a daily challenge going on today that requires us to shoot 5 players with a sawed-off shotgun. So I'm going to have to go ahead and probably do that at some point, whether it's probably joining a showdown series, and then you can complete that daily objective pretty easily. So it's a great tool to have, and I recommend it to have it in your arsenal. Now, my favorite, an absolute favorite weapon in the entire game is my Landcaster Repeater. This thing is absolutely amazing, and I need to clean it right now. It's pretty much my go-to weapon for anything PvP related. I use this thing in all of my showdown series. I use it pretty much all the time. I try to keep this thing as my secondary option when I'm in free range, just in case I get like a griefer or somebody that tries to attack me, because then I can quickly have access to it. But I don't use it for hunting because it's not a one-shot kill weapon. Now, you can see that the damage in the lower left-hand portion of your screen is decent, but I'm not using the ammo in order to actually get it to get the most damage. Now, I could definitely go up to this one, which is going to increase that said damage. You can see that it's increased a little bit there in the middle of the screen, in the middle of the wheel, but obviously the explosive, which I don't currently have, is going to be the best for it. So I definitely recommend that you guys get if you're going to get any of the repeaters, that's the one that you get. It's saved my bacon so many times, and it's one of my go-to weapons in PvP showdown, and it allows me to get in like the top 3 pretty much every single time that I do play it. Now, the last one that I really want to go over, and it's not really one that I do use that much anymore because of my sawed-off shotguns, is the pump action shotgun. Now, you get 5 bullets from it, so you get 1 more than having dual wielding shotguns, sawed-off shotguns anyway. And this thing is great for PvP. It's not used for anything else besides PvP. I wouldn't recommend using it for anything not PvP related. You're going to destroy the quality of any pelts that you're looking at. This thing, like I said, yeah, it's only designed for PvP action, whether it's in a showdown series or a free roam fun and gun type event. But that's kind of its purpose. Now, if we look at all the other ones that are really in my arsenal, there really isn't anything that you truly need to have besides the ones that I recommended. Now there's the high rolling revolver, the Schofield, things like the Schofields are great weapons. If you guys don't have access to the shotguns, then having dual Schofield revolvers is the way to go. These things are powerful. You get 12 good shots, and you can actually fire pretty decently with them, and you're going to have a pretty good time with them in PvP. So if you guys don't have the sawed-off shotguns, then that is definitely something that you guys need to have. Otherwise, what you could do is do one volcanic pistol and one Schofield. This thing has better damage than the Schofield, but it's more of a personal preference when it comes to the sidearms here. And I don't have two of the semi-automatic pistols, but we could do like one of each. And this thing has a great fire rate, but it doesn't really have it's not super strong. And yeah, I don't know, I really have never used this thing in PvP, so it's just something that I recommend. It's up to you guys. Whatever works for you guys. I'm trying to tell you what I believe are some of the best weapons in the game, and I kind of covered all of them. If you guys have like any other like tidbits or something that you guys would like to really kind of go over, please leave a comment down below, because maybe there's something that I haven't showcased that I use, and these are specific weapon related items. So if you guys use something different that I didn't showcase and you have the reason why, please leave that as a comment down below. It would be absolutely amazing if you guys would share with the community. But that is all the time that I have for in today's video. My horse needs to be fed badly. But if you guys are enjoying any of my content, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys stay gaming. Wow.